Hi, it's Laura Gwyn, Laura Gail Gwyn Properties, Salem, Oregon, and we're going to talk today about the unemployment rate. Now, I'm not an expert in this area, but it is on my mind because people need jobs to be able to buy homes. And it directly affects, jobs directly affect the housing industry. So it's interesting, the Bureau of Labor and Statistics released these numbers on September 2nd. Let's take a look at them. When you look at the BLS unemployment rate slide, it looks like we're slowing down. And I know that you're hearing a lot in the media, so let's look at the facts. You can see that the last 5 months where the unemployment claims have dropped, we do want to continue to see that decrease. We were at, 3.5, 4.5 pre-pandemic, and then it spiked to 14.7, and then it continually started to drop. So we are in a good spot for unemployment. We're never saying that 7.9 million people out of work is a good number. We don't want anyone to be out of work. However, there are no experts forecasting that unemployment is going to go up. United, I know they just announced laying off 19,000 people. Disney's furloughing 24,000 people. This is all true. But we want to remember that last month in the economy, 1 million jobs were added. So we do have to watch and monitor this, but as long as jobs are being added, we're going to be okay. The overall consensus on the street is that everyone has a fear and they know people that are getting laid off. But the good news is that our economy is recovering and jobs are out there. Many of the people that I'm talking to, as well as, the national numbers, they're filing for unemployment claims, but they're not necessarily in the housing industry. Because they're young in service-related positions and things like that, those types of positions and the number of claims, they don't really impact the housing market, but our hearts, of course, do go out to them. Let's take a look at the next slide. The Bureau of Labor and Statistics was quoted in saying that both measures have declined for 5 consecutive months, but are higher than in February, of course, because that was pre-pandemic. 4.4% and then, of course, 6.8 million respectively. But let's look at the facts. When you look at this unemployment comparison and you look at the past recessions, a few months ago, everyone was talking about this horrible recession and how bad it was going to be. But I'll tell you, our president has done a very good job. Love him or hate him, he's done a good job. When you look at the facts behind the previous recessions visually, you can see at a glance the number of months of unemployment when they were greater than or equal to 9%. The Great Depression lasted 108 months. That's a long time. The Great Recession around the mortgage crisis of 2008, that was 30 months. That felt terribly long to me. The 80s oil recession, I remember being a child of 5 and older siblings working and loaning our parents money for groceries. That was long. That lasted 19 months. But the 2020 pandemic recession with unemployment numbers equal or greater than 9% was 4 months. We are nowhere near where we were. So please know that I am not downplaying the problems that we're having today, and nobody's going to be traveling or going to a bowling alley or a theater anytime soon. It's going to take a long time to return to where we were pre-pandemic. But overall, when you look at the macro economy, it is very different than what the highs and lows were and what these media and politicians are making it. So please check the facts. Know that I study the facts, and I study them because I'm here to protect your equity. If you'd like to schedule an appointment to talk to me about what your current home value is, what we see going forward, not my opinion, but looking at the facts, you can schedule that on my Calendly link, calendly.com/Laura Gwyn, and I'll meet you via Zoom and share the slides and the data with you so that you can make an informed decision. Have a great day.